This video is basically, I've had a request for somebody looking to find out about the workings and controls of the Bang & Olufsen Beomaster 1000. So I'll talk you through it and hopefully it helps. Like basically on the main machine here, if we start at the beginning, now the thing you always remember with this machine is if you're fortunate enough to have one, it's going to be 40 to 50 years old. So be nice and don't be harsh with it. These controls, this is the on and off switch. Now the on and off switch in mine is stuck in the on position. Basically it broke, so that's why you don't want to be really harsh with it, or you will break it. The next one is for speakers. It can connect two different types of speakers, two sets of speakers. This is what's called a rumble control. So if you were playing the turntable, it's basically like a tone, it cuts out the scratching. You've got medium and high. Then you've got mono. At the front, along the front here, your main one's your volume. Then it's just your two tone controls and then your balance. If you're using the machine and you're switching it on and off, try and turn the volume right down before you power it up. You'll understand that when it's just it puts a lot of strain on the internals of it. It's got an FM radio to it, which is really it's got a good reception and it sounds really good. We'll come along to the next set of controls here. Obviously you've got FM. AFC is just an interference thing that you can put on to boost your FM signal and keep it stable. Now you can connect two turntables to this. Basically what that means is you have a powered turntable, which is like it's got an amplifier in it, which is number one. And if you just have a straightforward turntable that's no amplifier in it, as I have, that's number two. Yeah. Now this one here is for connecting a tape recorder to it, and that's what you would use to connect an iPod to. So if we just go through here, I'll show you it working. We turn the volume up, that's the turntable it's on. We then go FM, you hear it jumps, the volume's quite loud in that there. And then if we go to the turntable, that's us now on the iPod. There's the iPod there. Now I've got the iPod connected through the bottom plug, but you could connect it every bit as much with a 3.5 pin plug. What you do need is the plug coming from the iPod needs to have phono leads on it, and I'll just show you here. Near the phono leads. Now the plug I've got here is, if I disconnect it, it's a 5-pin DIN plug. You can see the 5 pins in there, and on the end of that 5-pin DIN plug it's got the 4 sockets, i.e. for video and all the different audios. Now as you can see, I've got it connected in through the video outputs, and you would need to try which ones work for you because of the way the Bang & Olufsen is wired. But a 5-pin DIN plug like this, you can get them off at eBay for a couple of quid, but that's what you need to connect to the back end iPod, back of the Bang & Olufsen. It's got quite a few connections at the back here. Obviously the two speakers. It's got an aerial connection as well. As you can see, I've just kind of stuck the wires in. Right, and then you've got your two sets of speakers here. Now the speakers that you get in these is just the wee flat plug and the wee single pin. You've then got here at the back here, and it just says tape. I don't know if you can see that. And then turntable 2 and turntable 1. If I take one of the speaker plugs out, I'll show you what I mean here. It's just one of these wee plugs, and you can get them on eBay as well. If you buy the plug just on its own, you'll need to solder it, so you might get the leads. You can just cut the leads and make them up. Now the other thing you need to know here is if you have the turntable, it's got a wee pitch control on the top of it, so if this turntable has been lying for a long time, it might be running slow, as you would think. Now the wee black knob at the top there, this here, that's a pitch control, so that'll speed it up or slow it down slightly. So what you want to do is put a record on that you know and then just turn that a wee bit either way to either get the pitch. So, because most people think that the turntables are running slow, but that's what that is. They say it's a Beogram 1000 turntable. Other thing to be careful with is the needles on these are quite expensive. So you want to make sure that you use this wee control here to lift it up and down and be gentle with it, or trying to get another needle for it's not the easiest thing. As I say, they are expensive. We take the turntable here, that's just to set the volume. Turntable's not switched on, so we need to go to there. But if you're fortunate enough to have one of these machines, and that's the speakers as well, you get different sizes of speakers, but if you're fortunate enough to have one, it's a really quality item, and you do get a very good sound out the iPod. So let's just put the iPod on here by getting the proclaimers. Probably not everybody's cup of tea. Onto the tape. We'll try that. Oh, I've got it disconnected from the back, haven't I? So that's not going to work. Anyway, hopefully that helps you and you get your machine working. But if you've got one, as I say, it's a great thing to have.